Hey everyone, how y'all doing today, and welcome back to another meta guide. So we're in the Master Premier. So the Master Premier as well as the Open Great League begin tomorrow. Now I am recording this ahead of time, so there might be a Pokemon or two that either gets adjusted or is released before this guide comes out. That's always a possibility. That is going to be really good. Who knows? But when it comes to the Master Premier, Legendaries, Mythicals, and Ultra Beasts are banned, but Pokemon up to level 50 are going to be eligible. So you want to get it up to level 50 if possible for this meta. So we'll go ahead and see what we got going on for us. Now, I personally like the Master Premier. It is kind of RPS, but there's some Pokemon throughout the years, I guess, that were added that help it a little bit. So let's go ahead and dive right into it and see what we got going on for us. For the S rank, we do have Florges coming in at number 1. You better believe it. Florges is a great Pokemon. It's even better now that Fairy Wind was boosted, right? It's doing a little bit more damage, but that damage does come in handy over time for sure. And then we have Gyarados. Gyarados has always been great. Waterfall or Dragon Breath, I see both, to be honest, so it really depends on your team comp. Dragonite, probably the best dragon, or Shadow Dragonite in the Master Premier. Absolutely love doing it. And it can actually take a hit because it's maxed out, right? Then we have Galiciopod. Galiciopod does act as a pretty good safe swap in the Master Premier, I would say, for the most part. So if you're looking to run Galiciopod, if you have a good one like I do, I have a 98. I don't have a hundo, unfortunately, but I do have a 98. You could run it. The problem with Galiciopod is its charge attacks. I guess Liquidation is okay, but like Avulace or X in the Master Premier level 50, really not going to be doing a lot of damage, but it's still a good Pokemon and still a good safe swap, and I've seen it quite often. The new Pokemon in town is going to be Rhyperior, so you better believe we'll see Rhyperior. I'm looking forward to it. Again, level 50, we've seen this in the Master League, right? The Open Master, we see it in the Open Master League. I see no reason why we wouldn't see it in this meta. It actually might be a little bit harder to run in this meta because it's not... I mean, we do have Steel types like Metagross, although it is technically weak to Metagross as well, but like Magnezone, right, Excadrill. So we do have Steel types, Golden Go that you could hit with it, but we also have a lot of flying types like Gyarados and Dragonite that is going to do well against Mudslap, but it does get to the moves fast, Breaking Swipe, and Rock Wrecker. Rock Wrecker is insane. So Mudslap, powerful move. Even against its counters, I still think this is going to be a really, really strong Pokemon. Then we have Primarina. Obviously, ever since Primarina got the Community Day move, it absolutely is going to dominate. Now, it's good even before the Community Day move, right? But now that it has Hydro Cannon, even better. That much better. Now, Waterfall or Charm, both moves I've seen. I definitely see Charm more, and I feel like I do prefer it, but both moves are good. Moving on, we do have Hisuian Avalugg. Hisuian Avalugg is pretty thick. From what I understand, right? It's pretty bulky, and it does get to the moves pretty fast as well. It does have Icy Wind to debuff your opponent. It is double weak to fighting, and Machamp is going to be in this meta, so something to keep in mind. And then we have Feraligatr or Shadow Feraligatr, whichever one you have. Unfortunately, I don't have enough XLs. Waiting for that Community Day Classic. I don't even have a good one for Master Premier either, so I won't be using it. But another great safe swap similar to Galiciopod. Yeah, I mean, Feraligatr is good in all the open leagues, so just fantastic Pokemon all around. Moving on to the A rank, we do have Goodra. Now, Goodra, they do recommend, PvPoke recommends Draco Meteor, probably because it hits so hard. So you could run that if you want to. It also has Thunder Punch, of course, as the Community Day move, and then Aqua Tail, which is very powerful as well. Well, really spammy. Citadel! Or not Citadel, Cititan. You better believe it. Let's go. So Cititan, I think, is actually going to be pretty good in this meta. We'll have to see. I mean, its moves Powder Snow, which is a good move, and then Body Slam, which was nerfed, but a good bait move, and then I think Avalanche, right? It doesn't have Icy Wind. I'll have to double check on that, but I know it's a harder hitting Ice attack. I think it is Avalanche, but I think it's going to do pretty well. I mean, look at all the Pokemon that it does well against. All the dragons, right? And there's so many dragons. Togekiss as well, if you happen to see it. Rhyperior, right? Because Rhyperior is not going to want to battle it. So even Gyarados, I mean, Gyarados, okay, so Gyarados is not doing super effective damage to it, but at least it's doing neutral damage to it. So yeah, I mean, Cititan, if you have the XLs, going to be pretty good. Togekiss is another charm user. Primarina is definitely the best one in the Master Premier, but if you're going double charm or something, Togekiss is a really good one. Then we have Machamp with Karate Chop, Cross Chop, Stone Edge. Do you have a good Machamp for Master League? Maybe you do, but it is a double legacy, excuse me. Karate Chop is legacy, and so is Stone Edge, so you'll want to get those moves on it if you go with Machamp. I do have Hundo Machamps, just not a Shadow Hundo. And then we have I almost said Ursaring, but no, it's Ursaluna. Ursaluna is actually really good. I like it. It has Swift and high horsepower. It also has the elemental, a couple elemental punches like Ice Punch and Thunder Punch. I think you want Swift now. Shadow Claw as the fast move, Swift and high horsepower, just because of how fast it gets to Swift. But yeah, Ice Punch is good coverage though if you're going up against the Dragon types. And then we have Metagross. Of course, Metagross has been a staple in the Master Premier, so that Bullet Punch, Medium Mash combination, absolutely devastating. Garchomp, another really good one, but Garchomp does get walled by Fairy types, so you have to watch out for that. Moving on to the B rank, we have a couple other dragons. Well, we have hakamo-o. Probably not going to be as common as Dragonite. Definitely not as common or Gudra, but still we might see it. It really depends if you have the XLs for it. I probably do not. I'm not. I mean, I might have a decent amount, but I'm definitely not close to it. I'm not gonna build one. This is one that I'll wait for Community Day for. I'm in no rush for it, and then I'll get the XLs for that. And then we have Dracopult. Now, certainly don't have the XLs for this one. This is a new one. That was just released, right? Which is a really cool Pokemon. It's from the Galar region. I love this Pokemon, and it has Astonish, and Breaking Swipe, which is really, really good. Now, you could see it, right? Because people do have this, or they can have it because they have Rare Candy XLs. So it is possible to definitely get one. But again, another one I'll just wait for an event for, or a possible Community Day years from now. I'm in no rush for it, although I would like to try it, but I don't have a good one for the Master Premier or the XLs. I'd spend the Rare Candy XLs on like mythical Pokemon. The Magnezone. Magnezone is another strong pick as well. We've seen this a lot with Volt Switch. Ever since it got Volt Switch, which was a while ago, I believe, right? I think it got Volt Switch a while ago. Actually, it did get it a while ago, but it didn't always have it, right? It had Spark before, I think. It's been so long. But yeah, no, I mean, if it gets some pretty good matchups, I mean, that Wild Charge damage is no joke. And the Snorlax is a safe swap. I think it's a pretty good safe swap, of course. Yeah, you have to watch out from a champ, but still, you can spam those Body Slams. Even though, unfortunately, Body Slam was nerfed, I still think Snorlax is relevant. And then we have Golden Go. Golden Go has Astonish. Before, I think you would run it with Hex, but now that has Astonish. Let's go. Looking forward to trying it out myself, and I definitely will be. And then we have Excadrill. I think Excadrill is another really good Pokemon. Now, here's the thing. Excadrill has Mud Slap. Do you want Mud Slap or Mud Shot? Mud Slap obviously going to probably be the preferred move now because Mud Shot was nerfed. So, something to keep in mind. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the other options. We do have Gallade. So Gallade, super spammy. If you have a hundo or a good one, a decent one, I think Gallade could be seen. Pangoro maybe. Machamp's gonna be the preferred one, at least from what I can tell. But we'll see if I'm right or wrong. Hydreigon. I actually have a Shundo Hydreigon I could use, but we have better dragon types. Who knows? Maybe I will. But Swampert. Swampert, of course, was nerfed with Mudshot, but still a powerful Pokemon as well. Sylveon is another Charm user. Baxcalibur as another Dragon type. Plenty of Dragon types to begin with, so if you don't have XLs for this one, just stick to one that has been out for a while and had multiple Community Days like Dragonite or Gudra, right? And then we have Hippowdon. Hippowdon could be a lot of fun. I feel like Hippowdon probably will be pretty good in this meta. So we'll have to see Annihilate. So yeah, it is true that Annihilate was nerfed. So it's not going to be on every team or every other team like it was previously. But still going to be a good one. I mean, Counter still going to be just as strong. Just doesn't get to the moves as fast. But still, I mean, still going to be really relevant in my opinion. And then we have Skeledirge as an Incinerate user. Another Pokemon, Conkeldurr. I mean, this one does have Counter, but no. I mean, it has Brutal Swing as well, which I believe was a Community Day move. So, gets to it pretty fast. But again, Counter was nerfed. I don't think we'll see Conkeldurr too often. Mamoswine is another Ice type. Mamoswine definitely will be seen, for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And then we have Haxorus. So, Haxorus also has Counter, but it has Dragon Tail as well. So, you could run the Dragon Tail variant instead. Moving on to the solid team options. So, for the first team, it's going to be Double Dragon with a Steel type in the lead. So, I put Metagross. You could put Magnezone. You could even put, I guess, Excadrill or Golden Go in the lead. But yeah, Double Dragon, obviously the backline does not want to see Fairy types in any way, shape, or form. So Steel type will help you with that. And then next up, we have another team, Florges, with Ursaluna and Golden Go. So Golden Go with Astonish, I really want to try. It's been out for a while. Maybe you have the XLs. I actually have a hundo. I didn't even trade for it. I just got it. out of the mystery box, whatever it's called. It's not a mystery box, but whatever it's called, golden something. I got a hundo out of it, crazy enough. So, and it's level 50. I built it, so I'm looking forward to trying it. I love it. I can't wait. Next up, we have Double Charm, everyone's favorite team with Primarina and Togekiss, the two best Charm users in my opinion. And then I put Garchomp in the lead. Kind of really want a ground type, I think, so you can handle the steel types. Could be Excadrill, but I put Garchomp here. And then next up, we have Double Steel with Metagross and Excadrill, but Goodra in the lead. So, you know, if you want to take out Excadrill, maybe you could put in Rhyperior, which is not a steel type, but you could also put in Magnezone. I think those could work. Yeah, I think Excadrill you probably do well. I mean, Mudshot's still going to be pretty fast, but I still think you probably want the Mud Slap on it. And then next up we have Machamp or Shadow Machamp with Golisopod and Feraligatr. Both of them I think make great safe swaps, so it really depends on the lead. Double Shadow Claw uses though. Obviously the backline does not like Magnezone or electric types in general, but Magnezone is really the only one on my radar right now. But then Machamp will be able to Karate Chop, Cross Chop through the Magnezone, right? And then next up we have Metagross with Snorlax as a great safe swap, and then Gyarados. So Gyarados with Waterfall or Dragon Breath. I have seen both of them. It really depends what you want your team to do. Now you do have coverage for Fairy types because you have the Metagross, and then Snorlax is neutral. So if you want, you could go waterfall on that. But either way, these are going to be the teams for the Master Premier. Let me know what team you plan on playing. I'm looking forward to this meta, and I cannot wait. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.